what have your experiences been mawuboleka abomndeni imali as compared to mawuboleka umngani wakhe imali?
Yeah, according to my own experience, mina, with umndeni, I never want to see it as borrowing.
Yeah.
So it's like, when they ask for money, I give them money I have. Yeah,
giving them money. It's not a case of borrowing.
Yeah, it's a case of giving them.
You've just stepped into An Empty Street, a podcast where we casually engage in difficult conversations about relationships, wealth, and health. We are just three curious gentlemen who ask questions almost about everything. And our aim is to find answers from others and within ourselves. We sit down every week to explore unaltered conversations. So let's walk the talk together. And welcome to the Empty Street Podcast.
No, in 3,
2,
1.
and
we're rolling.
We're rolling.
welcome to the Empty Street Podcast.
We're live once again.
Back with another one.
Another Tuesday.
Yeah, man.
Another day.
Yeah, Tuesday is now a culture. Now,
But by now they know.
if it's a Tuesday,
by now
so I
they
guess we're
know.
excited with what's coming on today.
Yeah, by
And
now
even
it's
teenagers, we're excited for Tuesdays and we're like,
it's the release. We are basically it's like a drug dealer and the buyer type of perspective, because you know, as a drug dealer, all you do is feed your addicts.
you know.
So every Tuesday is our opportunity to feed our viewers, our walkers, and then the walkers are basically, I mean, sorry to say, but you guys are basically our addicts. That's what, So they come for their weekly fix. They come for their weekly fix.
So yeah, man.
Get a conversation out and then out.
Yeah.
No.
The my episode and part 2 so told us with part 2 is
what?
open money.
We got there.
You're hooked.
Hey, they hooked. Now you want your next fix.
Man.
Yo, when do you get in your next product?
Yeah.
Man, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's all
Now and forever. Now and forever. Now and forever.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you guys shit. So like, I've faced something similar to this recently, probably 2 or something weeks ago. But like, what are your thoughts on lending family members or friends money? With kabangan, like, what are your thoughts around it? Could be good, could be bad, or your experience, basically.
Yeah.
What have your experiences been mawuboleka abomndeni imali as compared to mawuboleka umngani wakhe imali?
Yeah. According to my own experience, mina, with umndeni, I never want to see it as borrowing.
Yeah.
So it's like, when they ask for money, I give them money I have.
Giving them money. It's not a case of borrowing.
Yeah, it's a case of giving them. And is this money that I'm gonna need? Is this money that I've put aside for something that's important?
Money you
or it's
use.
just idle money?
It's just floating.
Yeah, so
Cash
in that
flows.
way, I just freely give it, not expecting to get it back. Though sometimes it was a die. Nah, man. And then if I need, I'll be like, I park it. And then I need. And when it comes to friends, it always has been smooth. We borrow each other, and sometimes now it gets to with the they get to keep the money, or if I borrow and then they get to tell me with the ungayibamba for
okay.
Then mina ngizoyithola on a later stage. So with friends, for me, it's been smooth. I've heard abantu now my experience la baboleka abangani and then money never comes back. You know, and I feel like that ruins the friendships as well.
Does it matter how I borrow the money though? Like, let's say I'm borrowing money. as compared to Ali Imali.
Yeah, it matters. Yeah, it matters.
Like the context in which you are lending or asking for that money.
Yeah,
does it matter?
Yeah, it matters.
Kakhulu, especially manje even kakhulu kwi-family. I think kwi-family kakhulu guys, because family angithi inalama entitlement efela ngathi inawo. Awana esikele senguya wena ukhona ngosipana grand. Then ku-family abantu bazoba nalento ukuthi if azoboleka imali uyezoyiboleka. Uzosho ukuthi ngizoyiboleka. And uyiboleka uyazi ukuthi unayo.
Sure.
So expect ukuthi uzomgaya. Immediately masomgaya sekuba nalento le mase kumele akutshela uzokunika nini. Mase kumele akunike.
Umphile.
Uzoba nalento no ayekathi umphile. But uzoba nalento why you jahile. It's not like you're eating.
But when you were asking for it, you were in need. You were in need, and that's what was me. In think the coolest thing, whether it's friends or family, is that the person bolega leyo mali uyiboleka suka
idinga sure.
But now when you are now asking for that money back, and I shouldn't even get to that point, would me tell it back mele ngafiki because when among that unsukelile unsukelile azange mina ngithi ntwana okay ngizwe ngathi ufuna inyuku bamba nayi 2 clip. You came to me wangisukela ntwana peacefully ngizirelaxele wathi ntwana cela ungiboleke 2 clip ngizogaya at the end of the month. Mina ngibambe end of the month. So when the end of the month comes, I shouldn't now be coming to you and saying ntwana uthe uzongaya 2 clip yami
umejapora like
yapora dog. Honestly yapora.
And manje mina when experience akhona eWest ile yasendlini ukuthi endlini maybe just imagine if uzoboleka usisi wakho ane crisis yomntwana. Crisis yomntwana uthela cover maybe ama transport yawonke ezikanjalo zomntwana then uyabuka ukuthi vele in need of their cash and mama uyicheck uyabona ukuthi angikhona ukuthi maybe ngamupha but ngakhona ukuthi ngimboleke because somehow uzoyidinga uyabona then yakhona ukuthi umgaya next thing masoyifuna unale tendency anayo le ukuthi wena ugcine ngosipanayo nohola way bet. So masimele umnike awu kanawa wangijaha le mali angaza ngisebenzi mos uthi manje ngiyithathephi and it's not like a thing. So umuntu manje seka defensive at the end of the day nginyuke akena share ukuthi uzokukaya
and at the end of the day
ubudgeta ngayo ngithola into ekubulala ukuthi mangathi uzokunika already ukwenza ukuthi ufaka ndi budget
uyifaka vela
so iplan angizoyispanisa la
mangena le mali ngizoyenza 1 2 3
then mangasangeni then seyifika lapho it's like employer ethe izokubhadala
besa
inkekhazi then leyo mali leyo
mayengasange seyabona inkinga utawuna ngisebenzile mara ngibhadala
because abanye abantu bayakhona ukuthi njengomuntu obolekisana ngemali straight uyakhona ukuthi abolekisana ngemali bese ayifake nakhona la endlini uthi mayiboleka ka interest ngifuna interest angidaba ukuthi ubani ifuna imali but azothi ngifuna ne-interest. But I think we family kakhulu inama entitlement ababa nawo ukuthi manje wanginika imali there's no need ayikho into ozongenza yona.
So do you think it's harder to get your money back from family members than friends?
Yeah. Friends, I think friends is better.
I think so because ngama friends siyakhona ukusetha ama boundaries in a way and sihlala sifuna ukuthi ingamosheki friendship. But when it comes to family it's like siyazi ukuthi I'm not choice. We are family.
So
at the end of the day uzomqoleka.
At the end of the day uyazi situation yethu yazi izinto ezinjalo and sometimes it comes from inhliziyo grand nayo ukuthi you help out a family member it comes from a good heart ukuthi you just want to help out because you understand vele ukuthi you understand with the situation in there.
I think lento le bokhuluma ngayo le ukuthi doesn't matter with how you ask. I think lento le monga checka ukuthi umuntu ifaka azothi ngiboleka imali then wazi situation asendlini and understand the situation yakhe so ifanele ibuye kuwe ukuthi
uyifuna back or
wena nto uthi if uyifuna kanjani nginayo ngiyabona if ungagaya vele ngiyazi ukuthi akusukuba lolo ukuthi angayibuyisa ngithola sengemethe ukuthi okay ayinayo there's no need to do this yabona because maybe ukhumbula ukuthi ngabanye abantu endlini abasaba lento because ngikhumbula nami in age of 15 bengihluleka uya endlini ngithi ngicela imali kanje I would rather ngivaye ngiyogoba somewhere ngithola ukuthi sengisebenza ngongithola leyo mali le yabona zala ukuthi ngiyicela kwanza umuntu kunzima ukuthi eze kuye ukuthi escape ngiphi imali kanje nasikhathi uyayidinga vele serious but instead we prefer ukuthi ngicela ungiboleke ngazi ukuthi uyibhadala kanjani then ucabanga ukuthi lethi mangakhona usolve le problem then ngizoyizama maybe ibhangane esikhathi ngizobe nginayo yabona so yeah I think is a clear situation le ukuthi ukhona ukunderstand kanje ukuthi as much as owazi ukuthi uzoyiboleka and uzoyibhadala but understand the situation yakhe then maybe songabuza nama question ukuthi uyayiboleka noma just uyayicela yabona if just be honest yabona uzowazi ukuthi ngazi nami ngafakile pressure ukuthi uyibhadala
yeah I think vele like lento isho ukuthi I situation yalo muntu injani also is like a determining factor in terms of whether you want that money back or how soon you want it back. Like mangabe vele umuntu uyabona ukuthi okay usatawalaza like they still trying to find their feet and ubolekinyo like my reasoning for asking for that money won't come as quick as it would for umuntu engazi ukuthi uyaspana every month uyahola so ngicela imali it won't be the same reaction so as compared to umuntu engazi ukuthi okay lo muntu akakatholi isipana so like they still trying to find their feet so lo muntu ngiyazi ukuthi okay leyo mali ayikho so I would rather give them the money and not expect it back so mangabe iyabuya mara ngiyakupha leyo mali so ngoba ngiyabona ukuthi okay at the moment vele noma ngathi ngiyakuboleka you're not going to pay me back anytime soon so to relieve the stress of me constantly thinking with konje ngibole alimali konje ngibole SK mali you understand rather me give you guys the money and then not worry about it because ngiyacaba ukuthi at the end of the day vele leyo mali vele the chances of it coming back vele are low so as compared to mangabe uyaspana idama I would say uzongaya at the end of the month ngoba uyazi ukuthi uzobaholile so why do you act brand new manje makumele ngithole imali yami bana wena so yalena le awusanaki yamluthika manje ntwana makumele ibuye mayingena kumnandi makumele iphume that's why mina personally uboleka inyuku ngicabanga kayithutha ngambani mfana ngithule I'd rather suffer in silence mina ngileyo out mina I'm that kind of person
but now would you say lending money is it the same situation whereby if maybe you have a kid who's still at school then you support them anyhow make sure they have everything then with the expectation of they will return the favor.
The investment if I give, sort of like black tax. I don't think we should be doing that to kids, though.
Because my parents,
most of us suffer from like they entitled. What they actually the money we hold now what pagat maybe we're involved, they part of the expenses.
And learn to wanna kanjani we wanna ukuthi umuntu like a parent will count izinto akwenzele zona
uyakubaleka manje
it's the financial things uzobona nawe ukuthi oh it's like investing it's like investing ufuna ungikhombisa ukuthi uinvestile financially and you expecting ama returns from that so it's like hey we shouldn't be doing that.
I don't think kids should be going through that shit though. Because you're supposed to live your own experiences. Now, how are you going to live them to your full capacity if every month when I understand but some households are not the same. So sometimes really move with the something just to keep them going.
But the way my parents even career.
Exactly.
Pushing you to this career because it pays a lot.
It's also
in our black families. Hey, then I've never focused on maths. I'm focused on physics, so that
just so that you can now feed them. And for me, I feel like I get it. I get it. okay, you guys want better for us, then the opportunities lao wanna be one now, our fan now is now. So we are way more exposed to a whole lot more opportunities. And then we must explore all of that with their help. But it shouldn't now be a thing you would see every month. It mustn't be the case,
Nah.
It mustn't be the case. Like it should be a thing you would even if it's 2 months, 3 months that have gone by. You mustn't ask me what the hell. Unkhohliwe manje.
Sonkhohliwe manje.
Sonkhohliwe manje. Ukhohlwa njani ntwana.
Because manje as phela into azokhohlwa yena ukhohlwa because nguye kumele ayikhiphe. If bekumele yena receive.
Exactly.
Would you say the same thing with the other person?
Yabo.
Bengeke.
So for me I feel like parents shouldn't expect that money. Ingozi yakho izogala enyuma bevele they feel like okay as in I have 200 or whatever money to spend. But if leyo mali ayikho so don't go each and every month expecting what okay SK is gonna send me i-Tuesday.
And that's the way he pressure ngakhona. I think is one of the situation which uthola abantu
lamlile
ntwana uzothola abantwana after umatric athi uyafail then uthola umuntu sekayasibhala awuthola because there were a lot of expectation behind it. You have to pass. I want to mawuphasile then sokhona ukuthi at least uhambe kumosubuya lapho izinto izinto ezibhaya. So even ukuthola abantwana even into evarsity ever Mary yabona ukuthi i-pressure ibhayi isekhaya ukuthi kumele ngichaye abanye phela yabazobona abantu evarsity besiphuza ngakhona sometimes abanye baphuzela ukuthi bathole freedom but abanye baphuzela whatever to release the pressure abanayo.
Sure. And nalento ukuthi like lento sithachile kancane kuyo yokuthi ama-course esifika siwenze varsity asenzela thina senza because back at home but and then manje lento isho ukuthi we have more freedom now and now we go with the passion more than having to work really hard. So manje choose ama-courses afana nama-graphic design, choose ama-courses afana ne-photography, and then you go back at home ubatshele ukuthi hey mina ngenza i-photography ngenza i-graphic design or ngenza yonke nama-course bawanyatsayo yabona. So it's like manje
ngama-picture
hayi wena uzosebenza uthatha ama-picture kuphela hayi uhambe uyokwenza i-course right yabona. And I think into engike-experience nami kancane leyo after matric. And then I think ngihleli for like 2 months ngihleli for 2 months like ngingatholi isigele like i-direction ingabonakala ukuthi sikhipha. So that time I was already practicing ama-magic tricks and all of that. So ngitshela umagogo hey magogo yabona ukuthi igela zirespondi and manje ngihleli so yazini mina ithi ngivaya nge-College of Magic eCape Town hey angayizwisisi totally course right icala and then bese uyahamba ke uyokwenza leyo magic yakho yabona. So I'm like course right ngizokwenza imali with this ngizoba i-performer and get to make money from hosting shows and all of that. So I understand and I'm looking at the social media side as well ukuthi I'll be on social media and I'll monetize in a way and get the audience and get booked. I told I'm going to course right icala but into engiyithanda ukuthi she never determined ukuthi what course I should
you take the route you
she was take. Like it's your freedom like as long as it's a scale and you have something solid and then that's proper something that you like.
Do you think kids still get that like basamkhethela ntwana ukuthi career path yakhe ibanja
bekhona ngihlangane naye so we will feel the IT but then wangena yena enza yini manje
computer
science computer science so manje computer science manje khona i-subject engimhlephulayo yabona so bahlephula le subject uthi lento lesengenza ukuthi ngirealize ukuthi le course angiyenzanga because bengifuna because bengikhethe nomama as makasho ukuthi ekazi makakhona ukuthi akhona ukuchoma ngayo kuba lula because umntana uyazi ukuthi umntana wenza computer science esikolweni yabona waphasa wabo wenza computer science iyabhadala yabona so uyabona ukuthi lento le pressure mfakele yona but umuntu osuferayo under that umntwana yabona but yena uyakhona ukuglowa le makhaya so kabhiza vaya tshela abantu izinto
usami ifunda lokho nalo
umntana uyasafara escape yabona akakhona ukuphasa and iphini phela lento le iphini kushaya as much as ama subjects sometimes yabona ungene ukhoze noma ayifuni but uthi angena ama subjects abelulu khona ukuthi washaya but izo realize la maso shaya i1 ebona ukuthi la ngikhona ukuphasa then yabuya iphini kubuyise ukuthi endoda bongezanga la kahle ufuna lento le yabona then mase hita la edabona kona ukuthi abo manje uzozubuyela lento le ngayifuni and manje sekulate ukuthi ungachinja uthi lapho sona 2 years doing the course
no that's too late and so there's a bursary in that iyagafela so vele it's too late
it's too late
you have to pay that money back you drop out
and into enzakalayo ukuthi lento yokubrag about ama course ukuthi okay umntana wami wenza this course yabona it gets to create nalento ukuthi it creates some expectations manje from abantu ukuthi while usayigeleza le course bazothi yo awuzoba nemali and then when you start working immediately manje
they expect that money
they expect to have a piece of that money yabona lento yokuthi umuntu uzothi ngicela ungiboleke and abantu bazosebenza lento ukuthi ngicela ungiboleke instead of ngicela ungiphe because ama chances ukuthi ayithola imali higher when they say ngicela ungiboleke because uyazi ukuthi you think ukuthi uzoyi-return back whereas sometimes they just do it and then ayibuyi
azindana mawukhuluma ngale ngikhumbuza ngike ngabe ku situation ukuthi endlini so isister amedala kwakhuluma indaba yokuthi so bebangigaya mangine crisis nyana mangifuna then kube nanto ukuthi mangishoda ngemali kanjena ngifuna ukwenza into kanje yabona elwali mabanayo mabahlanganisa bala ukuthi asemhlanganiseni uzoceda sebenze
uzosibhekela
yabona plazeni uzobahola way better ngithola so lento leyo uyayibona ukuthi already seyipressure yabona and ukuba nalento ukuthi awuzosusa futhi le situation esikuyo yabona ngizozilethela impilo engcono so yabona ukuthi already labantu laba seba create whatever expectation abanawo so it's like they are lending new money in another form
investment
investment at the same time yabakweleta so mangicala sengathi sengiyasipana then sengidlela imali yami ngibaleke ngecapital ngehlela la khona ngasabanaki after everything we did for you then this how you pay us back yabona so yonke la my entitlement awu ubonayo ukuthi but now if ngisevasile ngihlala no SK as a friend then uyakhona ukungisupport through my crisis wami financially then kusasa mase ngispana grand then ngiyashifta then is one of those situations ukuthi isikhathi sisiphilisana mawubona ukuthi uyavaya umjito uyavaya uvayini yabona without my entitlement ukuthi kumele ayenze ukuthi because I was there during this time
usukathana nalo
yabona because if uthi into uyayenza vele uyenza nge-investment issue ukuthi not ngenza lokho because one day uzoba right uyangithola so ngidinga at least i-return yabona so yona lento le siyibhekile akusiyinto I think izobaleka manje namanje nisekhona khona abantu abasafara from especially le isithasha kuyo le education ukuthi ekhaba forced to violence and ngabanye abantu abafesa i-real situation bangithola as much as isibuka nje into eyincane but khona abantu agcina into ayipale for into kanjalo angithola ama expectation abhaya from endlini yabona and not ukuthi umuntu u-expect lento le for your own good but for their own good ukuthi bakhona bawuchoma igazi just imagine ukuthi uyochoma igazi uchomela ukuthi my child is doing this cause whereas umntana is suffering there uyangithola they nohleli lana uyaglowa whatever grow and awumcheck nakhona every day ukuthi are you managing uyangithola just uhleli la then wena wazi ukuthi umntana uyaphusha umntana akakophi
and it's somehow yabona when it comes to imali vele imali crucial man la impilo
sensitive
and kuma relationships kwamele sibe careful about the way we treat money or talk about money.
Yeah.
Because even Lento would see like one of the most contributing factors is the divorce. It's finances. It gets to prove ukuthi imali is
A big thing.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So when it comes to value, ukuthi we expect money from someone or ucela imali from someone or you borrowing money, I think you should just be honest. Ube strict futhi ngendlela or wenza ngayo izinto. For instance, if wena uwe ozogaya umuntu imali, you make it straight ukuthi should I expect this money or not? Yeah, and just expect them to be honest. And nabo they should be honest. If uzoboleka imali kumuntu, kwamele wazi ukuthi Joe ngisekhoneni so.
Like,
so.
are you
Yeah,
sure, dog?
Yeah, one.
Are you sure you want to pay me back? Are you sure, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I should have the right to ask you, are you sure you want to you borrow this money? Because la ngifuna khona ngizobe ngifuna and it's kube mnandi.
Yeah, that's why I will kasha now. Bola kasha ba strategy sakhe sokuthi hayi manje ke hayi it is impossible.
Ukhombisa lapho ukuthi awukho lolu ukubuyisa imali.
Yeah.
So usebenzise something.
Yeah. And manje Tina,
don't
Tina
wanna
Joe,
get there,
if someone borrows money from me and they say they're gonna bring it back and they don't bring it back, the only thing I could do is just remind them like I can't beat up
There's not
someone
much
because
you
of
can
money.
do.
Like yeah, like no.
Labazokuthiwa sosojele.
Yeah, but you don't really understand with like siya budget, and if you don't send someone's money- yeah, like there's no just like it has no use at all.
But then
Yeah,
shuthi if umuntu akhona ukukuthitha kanjalo after uqeda kumnceda yinto eyenzakalayo undermine help yakho umgayo yona.
No, you take me advantage of my kindness, dog.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
You're taking advantage of my kindness because you know unceba umuntu onjani. You know, and so uyazi ukuthi ne unceba man umuntu ke. Otherwise bonyeke uze kiwe. Kunabantu onyeke uboleke inyuku.
Oh yeah, bona mazoyikhuluma kanjalo kunalento ukuthi noma wazi ukuthi angicabanga ukuthi mangayiboleka esikhinyazeka kayifuni.
You're taking advantage of my kindness.
Mangaya ngale loya vele unolanga kakhulu.
Yeah, I'm told. Kunabantu onyeke uboleke kwibi inyuku.
Understand nje personal.
Ukuthi personality yomuntu injani. So if I'm way lenient than the other person, then you take more advantage of that person. You understand me? Nah, yazi eske man umuntu okrem. Awuthi ngizame yena. Ngoba ali mangiboleka inyuku yena uhlala ngibalela uthi yena ushukela. Awuthi ngizame SK. Yabo? SK yena vela ngenzeka. Na ithutlipe yangena. Makuphela inyanga sengibhizi mina ngiyapost.
Yeah, one.
Ngiyapost Antwana, you have me on your fucking WhatsApp. I'm seeing the shit you're posting, bro. It's way more than ngikuboleke yona. You have the audacity to go post it.
That's why man so patters how much glanda ngekho.
Yeah, what? Sengilanda ngeyicima, sengilanda ngeyicima mangilanda. Ngoba siyajwayela.
And lokho ukujwayela straight even maybe if we situation
No, siyajwayela.
we would understand.
Yeah, manje.
Ayikuthi ngikhohliwe. Awungikhohlwanga ndo. Awungikhohlwanga. You just chose. You just chose not to pay me back. Ayikuthi ngikhohliwe ndo.
Fana nabantu abalenda imali to the same person
Over and over.
They get to understand
Ukuthi umuntu onjani.
ukuthi umuntu kanjani. Then once bathola leyo chance le baka understand and into abayicreateayo ile comfortability ukuthi uzibe comfortable bakhona ukuxoxa nawe yabona once ba create leyo vibe seningathi my friend.
Sure.
Then once wa establish lo uyazi ukuthi from there ngakhona iboleke imali after lapho two.
You're too.
Yeah. Because manje seyazi ukuthi lokho ngithi masikhathi umlenda imali kuphela. Uyakhona ukuthi mawuqeda kumlenda bozomlanda ngamasiko.
Sure.
But manje kusekho lula because
establish some kind of friendship.
So manje kusekho lula ukuthi wenza the same way yabona.
And how are you borrowing money from someone you're not even friends with, though? Uyiboleka kanjani man? Let's say mina nawe Ntwana asazana le ndlela. Mara sengiboleka inyuku manje uwe alintwana yazi ngine crisis.
Akho easy. I wanna lento besikhuluma ngayo about ama credit record and credit history. So it's like even that is check up like it's like umundu out of nowhere uzocela imali uzoboleka.
What are the chances of that money coming?
Yeah, so it's like, hey, I don't know your credit score, mate. I don't know. I can't see you with the history yako.
Your payment, that's why I challenge about. Are you sure? Are you sure? And I've had cases where people don't pay me back. And what I choose to then do is what does it? I just cut you off, dog.
And we had this friend ever city. She'd borrow cash, exactly.
Yeah.
And she doesn't return imali. And like sonke, since I notice as a kuluma about hey, so and so umboleke imali, and yeah, they corner, but just because unale history ukuthi imali akayibuyi, so akho easy ukuthi uzoyikhipha imali from your own pocket umgaya, because like I'm not
ngoba nayo uyayiboleka kayicela.
Yeah, uyayiboleka, and when some promises, and then when that time comes we are postponed. So
that's what I hate.
Uzmoshele reputation.
Yeah, you think here, I mean, as a person that puts
even if sega senkingini serious manje.
Yeah,
like
you can't tell. Okay,
can't
and
tell.
ayikho grand kuyimoshela. Ayikho right. Akukho grand.
I mean, you think here, because now ugcina sozimoshela wena. You know, there's friends that I know. There's like people ucaba ukuthi okay, yazi nomuntu maboleka inyu akayiboleki nje. Like what?
Yeah.
So in those cases,
So we crisis.
and I don't expect that money back.
Yeah.
Because I can.
Yeah.
I don't always have that money. Leo money you span, obvious.
Yeah.
I had intentions. And so, but nyabona yazi, this person needs the money more than I do right now. And so, me, I probably would have spent it on maybe snacks or booze or whatever. And so, but this person is actually gonna put use. He's gonna put use to this money. And so I'd rather than let that money go to use. And then there's those people that you hardly talk to. They hardly interact with you. And so, and then uzovela out of the blue at alintwana yazintwana kuyabheda to. Awungizame ngithuhlipha. Yabo, I need to do this and this and this and ngizobona month end. Then there's those people. Ugaya reason wagaya nesikhathi la uzogaya khona inyuku. So now you're like, okay, this person needs the money and I'm gonna get it back. So it's now like an investment. So you're like, okay, let me take my chances. But you borrowing with the intention with this boy. Month goes, month end ivele akraf. Then there's those.
Yeah, there's those.
And those are the people that you actually don't mind.
Yeah.
Like
and sometimes, but ikoni out that I have that relationship now. We're not too close. We talk once in a while, but when he's in the corner, he comes and says, and I've borrowed him cash like several times. Yeah, because I understand Uguti, umuntu or in and he actually brings it back. And what he does, ufaga even interest.
You don't even have to ask for it.
So that's what I like. Okay, dog, I need this amount of money for this and this. I need you to help me out with an interest of this much. I'm gonna bring it back on this date, and he always does it. Either he pays it before that date comes, maga grand, and or the same date, fam. So those are the people that we can trust with this kind of basi.
I mean, I'm very interest. I mean, I'm very interest. I've been thinking of Mashonisa. This past month, the thing is now, Mashonisa dog. You need mele vele risk. Because now there's also money you're gonna lose. You know, and many
there's no agreement. There's nothing you can do.
So I was having a conversation with someone at work, a friend of mine, and we were talking about. It was based off and then I was like, nah, man, I must come up with the system. But it must make sure you get your money back.
Yeah, that's
One way
where
or
they
another,
that's
the
the
only
tricky part.
That's the only part.
You can
man,
do
get your
it.
money
You can
back.
do it, man.
But get an app and just lend people money through that app. But make sure
that they're gonna
there's
bring it back.
there's a
gonna
way
be a way.
of you getting your money back.
Right.
Because that is the only problem we have. That's the only problem we have.
Because you wanna usually, if ever, let's say we are gala and maybe you choose uti. I don't want to borrow abantu mina. I'm a 200
Sure.
because the interest is over.
Nah.
I want to borrow you 15k. I want to borrow you 100k. And you don't
Multi
have that
25,
money. I want-
multi 25%. We
Yeah,
have
100K, we have ukuthi-
we have
Yeah.
Ibonakala.
So yeah, one is it doesn't matter. Obviously, you're gonna take money from somewhere, whether you use lento Kolumanga, but using other people's money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what banks do.
Yeah.
You,
They borrow money.
You guys save your cash, and
They
then
use
they
your money.
borrow your cash.
Yeah, they use your
without
money.
your permission,
They
and
use
then
your
they
money.
borrow someone else, and then they
They
charge
invest.
interest, and then when you want to withdraw your money, they just give you your money. Yeah, man.
They use your money.
But bona they make money off that interest yemali yakho abayiboleka omunye umuntu. So yeah, I chance as clean bafit. As clean is bangaze bathi siya disrespect ukuthi busy la siya mara I think asi closing man. Yeah man.
I think izinto lezo I think ama takeaway you can take from this ukuthi make sure when it comes to your family umuntu makaboleka imali
and know the person.
Yeah.
Lo mboleki you. I think like knowing the person you're borrowing money to is also important. You know? I mean, sometimes you won't know the person, but if it's someone you have an experience with and you are one with how they handle money, then you can already make a judgment. Call.
I think like even ekhaya uyakhona ukubona umuntu imali yakhe makane imali yakhe
we spend essential, sure. So
then
if lo muntu oboleka inyuku, like iskele, especially when we're still in university, most of the time you would see students in Matavin and whatever the case is, you know, blowing their money, and then sasinali as fast, and so then there's still money that comes from home, and then they blow all of that, by blow, and so and then when the time comes, la vele bangasana nyukwa sebeza kuwe but international, ukhef ntwana uyabheka ntwana ngizame ngithuki mara not so long ago. You were spending money and you didn't even think about success. So bekumnandi uyispenda no Ali no SK bengekho. So bengekho mara la sekhef khona sekumnyama. So uyangikhumbula ukuthi konje kunoncema. But when you were spending all of that money bengekho. So knowing the person you're borrowing money to also is important. Because umuntu onjalo ngeke umboleke. Because you yazi utantwana you put yourself in that situation. And so uzifakile uzifakile.
And if ukhona umuntu omaziyo who's like that, just refer them back to our financial literacy
episode.
So that
they get things, their house in order.
They must get their house in order.
Yeah, but as we always say, gents, it's been a great conversation. Children.
Very chill.
So yeah, man.
Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and take care of your pockets.
This is the Empty Street Podcast, and we're signing out.